On this episode, we discuss trauma and some practical life work for positioning yourself for healing. This may not be a fun topic to speak on, but what if I told you that dealing with trauma has the power to unlock all of your hopes, dreams, and heart's desires? Trauma is like a thick layer of tar separating you from true love, pure joy, and a fulfilling life. So, let's dive in. I'm Tashima Jones. I genuinely believe personal development and intention unlock the door to the abundant life we already have. I am so grateful your journey has led you all the way here. Let's keep moving forward together. Welcome to LifeClub with me, Tashima Jones. On LifeClub, knowing the definition of a thing allows us to use it properly. With that being said, our keywords for this installment are trauma, healing, transparency, and courage. Trauma is not the event, but the way in which the event influences the individual mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally. The root definition of trauma is wound. It's not how you were wounded. For example, consider a person falling and scraping their knee. Now, the fall is the event, but the trauma is the scraping of the knee, which may lead to certain behaviors such as limping or walking slower than usual. The scrape and the limp represent the trauma, not what caused it. In this case, it was falling. It's imperative for us to understand this truth because oftentimes one may find themselves trying to reverse the event versus medicating the wound. Healing is restoration to an original or better state of being. Going back to that scraped knee, healing is evident in the process of skin growing back. There may or may not be a scar, but ultimately the skin does close up again. It can be a bit daunting when it comes to healing invisible cuts and bruises. The best way of knowing healing has taken place in the emotional and mental realm is when you can remember the event without it prompting a traumatic response. For example, being able to talk about a bad relationship without feelings of resentment or insecurity rising up. Experiencing these emotions doesn't mean you haven't moved on. They may just indicate that the healing process is still occurring and that these wounds are a bit sensitive to touch. And this is okay. We have to be gentle and patient with ourselves, understanding that full restoration does arrive. Staying the course and not letting those feelings discourage you is key. Let's talk about how healing starts. Where there is truth in healing, you will always find freedom. A person may experience a breakup and believe healing is found in the ex-partner taking them back, seeing their worth, or even getting an apology. This places healing in the hands of the other person, which is a dangerous zone to live in. It's dangerous because the only control we have is self-control, and placing such great power in the hands of someone else leads to disappointment. Healing is an internal matter. It literally takes place from the inside out. No outside force has the capacity to truly heal. Take the physical body as an example. Capillaries, blood cells, and even skin are pretty much built-in rescuers that go to work the moment a bump or bruise comes about. Yes, outside medications may be used, but those things usually temporarily target pain. They don't truly heal. It's your body doing the work. A fever is not a sign of infection, but it's a sign that your body is fighting off infection. When we consider the internal workings of healing, truth, transparency, and a willingness to be healed are those rescuers for the spirit, mind, and emotions. Up next is transparency. Transparency means to be so clear that light can pass through. In terms of the human being, it's being real with your thoughts and emotions. It's being honest about what you know and don't know about yourself. And that takes courage. Now, courage literally means heart. And the heart is considered to be the seat of emotions. It is also referred to as the mind, where we think and process thoughts. Simply put, courage is having a confident heart. With that being said, let's dive into your life work. When we understand the truth about trauma and get to the point of desiring real healing, we position ourselves for freedom. You know you're ready for healing when healing is your only request. Let's be real, seeking revenge and even an apology doesn't equate the desire to be healed. It's what we may think at times, but this is still a posture of seeking external treatment versus those inner rescuers. A posture of healing comes with forgiveness, transparency, and soul searching. It's a process of uncovering how the event wounded you and dealing with those issues. And this takes a deep look in the mirror, not to find shame or guilt, but to boldly look at the wounds. No matter who or what caused those wounds, I am sent to let you know that you have the power to be healed living on the inside of you. So here's your life work. This week, take about 5 minutes a day to journal. Write about the first event that comes to mind. List how this event decreased a part of how you think, feel, and behave. These shifts represent the wounds. Then seek healthy practices to begin or continue your healing process. Things like meditation, prayer, and counseling are all healthy healing tools. Remember, you are not what happened to you, and healing is truly possible. Thank you so much for tuning in to Life Club with me, Tashima Jones. You could have been anywhere else in the world, but you were here with me, and for that, I am truly grateful. Be sure to visit tashimajones.com for more tips and tools, including details on how to join Life Club. For those current members, make sure you check out our life course on life after trauma. Until next time, remember your greatness. Talk soon. You've been listening to Life Club with Tashima Jones. Thank you for tuning in.